There's been a very significant boost to the property market in Perth. The state government has just announced major rebates on stamp duty for anyone buying apartments off the plan in Western Australia. That means a substantial saving for people buying new units off the plan, a saving of 75% on the stamp duty that you would normally pay. And this is designed obviously to boost the economy by encouraging construction and also to boost the property market, to lift activity in a market that's been in downturn for a number of years. So what these changes mean, the announcement from the state government of stamp duty rebates means that a first home buyer paying about $500,000 for a new apartment off the plan would previously have paid over $13,000 in stamp duty, now will pay just over $3,000, a saving of more than $10,000. General domestic buyer buying an off-the-plan apartment for $700,000 would normally pay $27,000 in stamp duty. Now the new stamp duty is less than $7,000, so the savings is more than $20,000. So that's a major saving, major encouragement to people to get out there and buy new dwellings in the Perth property market. And it's happening at a time when both the underlying state economy and the property market generally is showing signs of improvement. CommSec has just published the new State of the States report. It's a quarterly report. It puts out ranking the various states and territories on a number of parameters. Western Australia has ranked 7th for quite some time, and according to the latest edition out this week, it's starting to narrow the gap on states like Queensland and South Australia. In particular, it's lifted its rankings significantly on the measures relating to economic growth and to employment. So against that background, we at Hotspotting have noticed significant improvements in some of the parameters by which we chart the health or otherwise of property markets. Firstly, with vacancy rates, they've dropped a lot in Perth. A year ago, they were above 4%, and now they're well below 3% and trending down. And as a consequence of that, we've seen some significant rental growth, both for houses and for apartments in the Perth property market in the last 12 months. Now, we've just done the research for the new edition of our Price Predictor Index, and that shows also evidence that the Perth downturn has bottomed out. We actually saw signs of recovery at the beginning of this year in Perth, but then the federal election was called, and a number of other negative factors were in the market at that time caused a pause in the revival that we were fairly sure was underway in the Perth market. But now, with all of that out of the way and a series of fortunate events which have evolved since May, including easier finance, a series of interest rate cuts, tax cuts, we're starting to see more and more signs that the Perth market recovery is definitely underway. We're seeing an uplift in activity, and we're starting to see price growth in some of the suburbs throughout Perth. So against all of that background, we've just published our new Top 5 Perth Hotspots report. The timing is good because it coincides with that very significant state government announcement of the stamp duty rebates, very significant savings for people buying property, particularly in Perth, with off-the-plan apartments moving forward. So we, in our new Top 5 Perth Hotspots report, we nominate the 5 locations across the Perth metropolitan area that we think are the ones that have got the best prospects for people to buy well and to get growth going forward as the Perth market moves into recovery. So please get yourself a copy. You can get it on the hotspotting.com.au website, and or if you're a premium member, just click on the link that we send you and have a look at the Perth report and see the locations that we think are going to lead the undeniable recovery that's underway in the Perth market and likely to be significantly boosted by this new announcement of substantial stamp duty savings. That's it for now. Ryder from hotspotting.com.au signing off. Let's talk again soon.